Okay, we'll see what is exactly code of conduct. It is very similar to code of ethics, but there is a subtle difference. Code of conduct, it is a set of rules, regulation, which outline the expected behavior. So understand, it outlines the expected behavior. Where does it outline the expected behavior? It is within an organization. So when you belong to an organization, they will have a code of conduct which will be a set of rules, regulations which outline the expected behavior within them, within that organization. So this is the working definition for what is a code of conduct. You can note this down to understand what is exactly the code of conduct and what is expected out of it. Or simply saying, if you look at it from this angle, I can just reduce this into two things: do's and don'ts. So the code of conduct is generally the do's and don'ts of an organization, what you can do and what you should not do. And it is a set of rules, regulations and guidelines, unlike rules, regulations, unlike code of ethics, which is a guideline. Both of them are written down. But if I have to compare, I would like to say that the code of conduct is more similar to the fundamental right, whereas the code of ethics is more similar to the directive principles of state policy. Now, for those who are not aware, you will be learning it in your polity, but that is the general idea. The code of conduct restricts you from doing certain things and wants you to do certain things. But the code of ethics is generally more positive. It is more positive in nature. It tries to improve the quality. Okay. So how do we work this? We can say, we can give one important point on how the code of conduct complements code of ethics. So, code of ethics works where code of conduct is silent. Now, it may not be possible that the code of conduct would address all issues or facets of an organization. So, if such a scenario comes up where the person or the official in charge does not have any guideline or does not have any written rule or regulation with regards to the code of conduct, how will he or she take a decision? It is there the code of ethics plays a role. On these gray areas, in areas where the code of conduct is silent, the code of ethics achieves prominence. What is needed to be done, or how such a decision can be taken on such an area where the code of conduct is not yet is silent, or which has not yet been described in the code of conduct. In such areas, it is the code of ethics which will achieve prominence, and the decision or the policy can be taken based upon the code of ethics. It is there that the code of ethics achieves prominence. So they are complementary, because when code of conduct is silent, code of ethics works. When in other places, the code of conduct itself acts as do's and don'ts, and you can provide information for them. Okay. An example of code of conduct would be the central service rules, central civil service conduct rules of 1964. So this is an example you can take for code of conduct. This is an example. There is a central civil service conduct rules of 1964, are an example of a code of conduct which has been prescribed. So with this, we are ending this video. This is CB Joy signing. Everybody have a nice day. Thank you.